What's something your future self would be proud of you for? Or what your future self would benefit most from you? We all know that our present was dictated by our past, and so our future will be dictated by our present. So let me rephrase the question. What is your goal? You probably have some idea of what you want to achieve and probably some rough idea of how long will it take you to achieve it. Knowing that achieving your goal would take, say, 2 years, it's daunting. That probably is the most unmotivating factor most of us face when thinking about our goals. Let me tell you a story. I've played rugby, I've been physically active, but at some point in my life, I found myself very far from those things. I've realized I wanted to train my body again. I took myself to the nearest gym, bought a membership, and never visited the gym ever again because I knew that the physical form I wanted to be in, or I would have been somewhat happy with, would have taken me at least 2, maybe 3 years. And that for a person who's 23, 24 years old is a hell of a long time. The thought of doing something for months or years without seeing immediate progress was the most unattractive, the most unmotivating thing at the time. And I can't blame myself. We have huge resistance with things that don't give us immediate satisfaction. We want to feel that our work has been appreciated. That's the most basic human ways of operating. Well, one day, me and my best friend were out and about. I don't even remember what we were doing, when out of nowhere thought struck me, as if my inner self was having a conversation with me. You remember you got a gym membership and never went there because 2 years was too long of a period for achieving your goal? It's been exactly 2 years since then. If you had overcome that daunting thought, present you would have been extremely happy with you. The present you could have been proud of you and could have taken the advantage of the work done. That was the moment when I've learned one simple but yet very meaningful lesson. Time will never wait for you because you feel unmotivated or lazy. Time will tick no matter you do the job or not. Yes, doing something for years on end could be challenging thought, but that time will pass anyway. I remember I told my friend I would go to the gym, and ever since that day I've been trying tirelessly. 6 days a week with no excuses. I would never allow any hurdle to make me miss a workout. On a very rare occasion I would miss a workout. The next day I would go to the gym early in the morning to do the muscle groups I should have done the day before, then rest for the most of the day and go second time in the evening, doing the muscle groups that I should have done on that day anyway. That has been the most consistent I've been with anything in my life before. Well, until the pandemic hit, but we can talk about it some other time. You could translate this story to everything in life. Everything that's significant in life at first takes quite a bit of time and effort for us to see results. That's the point. If it was easy, it would have never been so great. Especially in this day and age where we are surrounded with instant dopamine hit no matter where we look. We lose sense of bigger picture. It's those distractions that we give into rather than planning things long term and being okay and confident that even though the results aren't apparent right now, they will sure come and it will be worth the effort. As the author of one of my favorite books, James Clear said, habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. If you stick to the plan and make it into a habit, the interest will compound. And if for whatever reason it didn't work out, you will have an experience from which you can learn. Compared to mindlessly following the flow of life, where things are stagnant, you could be improving one way or the other. No one in the history of humanity has ever achieved anything great without putting work. Looking from the outside, work those people put in most of the time is unnoticed. I'll give you an example. Next time some new hot singer or actor is found, think about it. Your and mine first thought would be, oh, what a lucky person to be on top of the world. We consider their achievements as luck, because the work they've been doing for the past 10, 20, or maybe even 30 years behind the closed door is unnoticed by us, or the public at large. The best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago. The second best time is now, is the moral of the story. We often don't value what we could have years from now, because it feels so distant to care. But we need to understand that what we will have years from now is solely dependent on what we do now. Eventually we get to be 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, and the future us is dependent on what current us is doing. So remind yourself to be nice to your future self.